Cheers. All right, man. So how long you guys around then?
We're heading out tonight, man. I got a flight to Minneapolis tomorrow morning. Came out, yesterday was our full day. We got in at 3 a.m. before the morning before that. Got in at 3 a.m., got up at 7, came to school, did workshops all day. Then did it again today, and then did this. Then we're gonna drive back down to Minneapolis, and I can fly out tomorrow.
Quite the schedule.
Yeah, man.
Do about 20 minutes or so.
Cool.
Just a quick intro. So I quit sweating here.
I know, me too.
You got warm out there fast.
Yeah, it did, man. We were right in the sun. Didn't expect that.
Some nice moccasins.
Thank you. My mom got them for me as a graduation present.
Uh-huh.
I forget her name, and the other woman back home beat them.
Okay. All right, here we go. Bonjour! Welcome to another episode of the Johnny R Show. My name's Johnny R, obviously. And today our guest is Mr. Frank Waln, who just put on a couple days of really good, intense, inspiring performance, man. Thanks for being on.
Thank you, Johnny. Good to be here, man.
So what do you think of the Red Lake Nation so far?
I love it. Honestly, it's my first time up here. It reminds me a lot of my home res, but the lakes are beautiful. The trees are beautiful. Last night, Miko took me up to the lake, and the sun was setting. And I told the kids this morning. I've been a lot of places, man. I've been to Hawaii, been to Alaska, watched the sunrise over the Pacific Ocean this summer, and when I saw the sun setting over the lake, that was the top 2 most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. And you guys' homeland, man, it's gorgeous. There's no place in the world like it.
Sunset, that's the most beautiful time of the day around here. So your res is Rosebud?
Yeah, Rosebud, Sutra, born and raised out there.
Is that where you went to high school and all that?
Yeah, I went to high school there. My family still lives there. My family has a ranch out there. So my mom, all my cousins, grandma, auntie. I'm the only one that's out running around.
I know a buddy of mine's from Rosebud, and a couple buddies. I got Night Shield.
Yeah. I know Gabe.
Yeah, he's one of my friends. I worked a show with him once out in Sioux Falls.
Gabe's known me since I was little because my mom used to work at high school on our res, and he was in high school then. So I was running around when he was in high school. So he remembers me back then. And then when I started doing this, he hooked me up with a lot of shows like that, back when I was coming up. So I'm very appreciative to Gabe.
Yeah. Gabe's a good guy. 7 months sober now. I was reading on his Facebook.
Really? That's incredible, man. Props to him.
I saw his latest video. That's what his latest song's about.
Nice, damn.
Sobriety. It's tough, especially growing up, him in a big city right now. Even around on the res, it's kind of hard to be sober. It's just, there's not a lot going on around here. I don't know if it's like this around in your res too, where you got like one store, a post office, a school.
Yeah, man, it's really similar. That's why I was telling Miko, like, even you guys just have more lakes and trees, but it's like we have plains, but it's very similar. Even how it's laid out, even how it looks, how the people. I felt like I was at home. Yeah.
I haven't been. I was supposed to take a ride out there this summer, so hopefully get a good look at your land over there.
Man, come check it out. I'll make sure no one gets you.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Gotta watch some of these Red Lake women around here. They'll trap you, then you'll be stuck here forever.
Oh man, I gotta get out.
So, what are your plans after this? Then, where are you headed?
I'd have to look at my schedule next week. I'm going back home to South Dakota. I'm gonna do a show in Rapid City. There's this event happening. I forget the name, but the Sioux chef will be there as well. He's this native chef, incredible chef. I'm really excited to eat some of his food, and I'm going to perform. And then after that, I'm going to go out to California for a week. I'm going to do shows at UC Riverside, hit up a couple other small schools and events out there in Cali. I'll be out there for a week. And then I have about a week break, and then I'll go back on the road.
So, you're on the I suppose you are mainstream right now, but for a while there, you're on the cusp.
Yeah. So,
like, when you first started, how long was it from when you first started till you got your MTV music thing? How long was it?
Years, man. I wrote, recorded, produced my first song when I was 15 in high school. And ever since then, it's just been a process of making the music. And for the longest time, when I started out doing this, man, I was a really shy kid. I was an introvert, and music was the only way I talked about my feelings. And, it was like healing for me. So I never did it to be on TV. I did it for attention. I didn't like the attention. It made me feel weird. It still kind of does, but I just did music because it made me feel good. And so for the longest time, I never even told anyone I made music or showed anyone for about 3 or 4 years. I would just make the songs and listen to them myself. And then some of my cousins, because I come from a big family, they're like, hey man, burn a CD, let me check it out. And they show their friends and kind of started getting out. And when I decided to do it for a living and like do it full time and try to make a career out of it, I was 20. And that year is when I won my first Native American Music Award, Best Producer in 2010. So all the MTV stuff, ESPN, that just happened this summer of 2015. So it was about 5 years of just grinding and sacrificing and just doing it because I loved it, you know. And you never know, it's a gamble, like I said. And you know, even then, to get all those breaks I did, I feel very lucky and blessed and privileged to be able to do what I love. It's every day I wake up, I feel like I'm living a dream, and this is only the beginning.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, a lot of the kids, you know, they see you on TV, they see you performing. A lot of them don't see that, how far back it was you started.
Yeah.
They think you just, you know, somebody sees you and puts you out in front of the camera, and it's not that simple.
No, it's a process. And I was telling the kids that, you know, in our workshops, we explained that. We talked to them. Well, I talked to them about music production, but you know, more than that, we talked about goal setting and you know, imagining your future and your careers and what steps it would take to get to those goals. Because you know, like I said, it took many years of just all out grinding, doing res shows, traveling, you know, spending my own money, just being broke, just doing it because I loved it. And honestly, I think, you know, that's why it led to the successes, because I never did it for any other reason other than I loved it.
Yeah, for the love of the art.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
That's what it is, man. So, you know, with all that, I was gonna say, you know, I do comedy on the side. Well, actually, full time right now. But it's like, you know, bringing this camera out. I didn't want to bring the camera out because, like you just said, introvert. You want to keep stuff to yourself.
Yeah.
You know, there's gonna be some people. Oh, what is he doing? You know, he thinks he's doing this. It's not the way our people are, but that's just the way we think.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of hard to get out there.
Yeah.
And a lot of those kids standing out there, they stood way in the back because they didn't want. You know, like when Thomas X was doing his thing there, and Baby Shell, and then you guys finally brought all the kids.
Yeah.
Because the first actor, they were all scattered
everywhere. Yeah.
Just being shy, and they wanted somebody to just go out there, invite them in, is what it was.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the kids, they need that around here.
Yeah, and we worked on that a lot in the workshops, and I think that's why the kids came to us, because first day yesterday when we came in, they were on Rosewood, we call it Bucky. You know, they were really shy and they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to look at you, and you know, I understand because I used to be there. And so we really worked with them, worked one-on-one, had built relationships with them, so they kind of came out of that, you know. And I think that's just something about our cultures, because you know, we're very respectful. We're taught to be respectful. So I think that being reserved and being shy comes out of that. And also, you know, I think I struggled with it, you know, not believing in yourself. Yeah. And then you don't really want to put yourself out there because you don't believe in yourself. So hopefully I was working with those middle schoolers and then getting up and performing, you know, hopefully maybe encourage some of them to come out of their shells one day, because the kids here are brilliant and creative, man. And we've seen that in the classroom, so it's just a matter of getting them to realize that and realizing that they have a gift to offer the world.
Yeah, we had my wife did a fry bread making class yesterday, and we had middle schoolers in there.
Yes.
They had gotten it right away. Hey, we gotta finish this up here. We didn't know why they're in a hurry.
Yeah.
And then once they finished, we saw one piece of fry bread in the shape of a heart.
Yes.
That was my daughter. Her and her friend, they made that piece of fry bread. We gotta go. My wife said, "Where are you going so fast?" We gotta give this to Frank. We're gonna meet with Frank. So.
Yeah, they gave me that heart fry bread, and it's incredible, man. To me, like, you know, a sign of love is whenever you like feed someone or you make something, you create something for someone. And the kids fed us. They made us fry bread. We got a ton of posters. Kids painted us posters, drew us photos. This one kid, Keon, he made me like this metal shark, you know, that he made in welding class. It was just incredible, you know. The kids just showered us with gifts and food, and like, that's love, you know. That's like a very native thing. If you make something for someone or feed someone, it's because you love them. So we really felt the love up here.
Yeah, I was glad these kids have something to, you know, they're like Res Rap and other guys, they're trying to get out there. It's kind of hard because, was that you that was saying that they thought we were extinct? A lot of people don't realize that there's Native Americans out there.
Yeah.
You know, even I would go on open mics down in Minneapolis. They didn't even know it's my own state. They didn't know there's Native Americans out there.
Yeah.
And it's hard to believe they somebody doing comedy, like when I do something out there, it's like everybody's scared to laugh because they don't want to be too.
They don't know if they can laugh.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, would it be racist if we laugh? Yeah.
Because what I talk about is just what I live, what I see and stuff like that. So it's a little touchy, but just trying to have fun with it.
Yeah, and I think that's our jobs as artists, is to reflect our realities and the times in which we live.
Yeah.
And as Native peoples, we have a unique reality, unique lives. But it definitely is tough, man. It was very jarring for me to get out there in the world and realize that there's people out there who think we don't exist.
Yeah.
And I think I started speaking out against that, and I think that also added a different dynamic to what we do and opened up some more doors. But it is hard to get over that hump, especially on reservations. We don't have many opportunities or resources. So I was really lucky to get a scholarship. And to be able to, it's almost like the stars aligned. Like I said, I never in a million years thought I'd be doing this. And I wake up and like, wow, it happened.
Yeah, it's like everything has to be perfect. Like a lot of luck and timing. And, there's a lot of basketball. Probably the next thing coming up. We got Red Laker Ben Strong. He's in the NBA Development League. It's gonna start probably with him, and he's gonna get so far, and then somebody else is gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of hard to get noticed out there as natives because like you said, they don't know we're here, and they don't know what we're capable of. They think we're just the ones that do know us. All they see is the sad stories in the news and stuff like that, and they think all of us are like that. That's the tough thing, getting over that hump.
Yes.
You guys are doing it the right way.
Thank you. And even when when we get over that hump, we were in Connecticut, and very privileged white high schools, far removed from our communities and our native communities, and it was tough to go in there and do what we did, but we got standing ovations, but it was very draining, because afterwards we'd have dialogue with classes, high school classes, human rights and history courses. And they just don't know about us, man. Some of the questions they would ask are just, I didn't have enough days in my life to answer, and it was very draining. And when we got here to Red Lake, Nico and I were very tired. We were just exhausted. So it was cool. Once we got into the school, we thought we were just going to be super tired. But the kids showed us so much love that we felt energized again. It felt good to be around Indian people again because, like I said, it felt like I was home, and they gave us back that energy that community drained out of us. So I definitely understand. And, and honestly, that's not a measure of our worth. This is my first time seeing Res Rap, seeing Shal and Tom do their thing. And they could hang in Chicago, They could hang with the best of them. But like I said, we don't have many opportunities in our community. So it's just a matter of how do we bridge that gap, How do we bring those opportunities home or inspire the next generation so that they can overcome that and blaze pathways and be better than we were? Yeah.
That's the thing about your guys' show today. It was so up-tempo, energetic. It was just get the whole crowd into it. Our basketball team, we went to state, and our crowd, our Red Lakers are normally a little reserved. We'll clap, we'll yell, but we're not all do little chants and stuff like that. Because a lot of the teachers here, they're trying to get up, we'll do this, do that. And to see them, the way them kids were today, just get up and just let it all out, man. It was quite the sight, man. You don't see that very often to express themselves other than a little, that. But they were really into it. Like Shell and Thomas X, they brought him up like that, brought the crowd up, and it was just...
They opened it up for us.
It was good to see that. Right?
Yeah, man, and I came up doing these type of shows, shows on my home, and honestly, and I think Shal and Tom can attest to this too, when you come up on a res as a performer, and you can attest too, it makes you a good performer, it makes you a strong performer, because you got to be able to... you got to be able to finesse it and open them up, and once I learned how to do that, I learned I could rock any crowd, and anything else is cake.
Yeah. My first show, my first professional show was in Red Lake, and I got out there. I've been a fan of comedy since I was a kid. I just decided one day, I'll do it, man. And I went out there. I felt my stuff was okay, but the energy of the crowd just did something to me. I don't know what it was.
Man, it's hard to describe. Yeah.
It's like a natural high.
Yep, exactly.
You just want to keep you want to keep going. It's like an addiction, man.
Yep, it is. It really is. And that's the cool thing about being an artist, performing artist, you know. We give the crowd, the audience, our energy, and you see out there, we're giving those kids our energy, and it's beautiful when they give it back, and it meets in the middle, and it creates that something that's bigger than all of us, and you can feel it, you know. It's a beautiful thing. Good energy, good vibes.
I like to watch concerts on TV. My favorite concerts to watch are AC/DC because they feel like 100,000 people.
Yeah.
And they get, you know, just a couple chords and just the whole crowd. Yeah, they all start hopping up and down, and you know that's like one of the biggest. You know, hopefully we can get to that point where we can fill a whole stadium.
Yes.
You know, it's just to feel it, and for you know when our team went to the state, the whole res was just in love. Everybody was good mood. Everybody was getting along, and just hopefully something like that. You know, like what you brought today, brought all them kids together, and they can feel it and get out and do something like that. Yeah,
it's beautiful, man, and I feel like what we did with the kids is the 2 days of workshops and even our performance, because it just so happened that the youth conference was happening while we were brought out for the middle school. So Tom reached out to us and was like, hey man, you guys want to perform? So like, all right, so we did. We took time out, but I feel like it's an investment in our future, because those kids, like I told them, no one's going to come into the res and save us, The change has to come from within. It's not going to come from the outside. So even though it drains all my energy and, it takes a lot out of us, it's an investment in our future as Native people all across this country.
Yeah. So, what you're talking about, it's nobody's going to come in and save us, You're at a point right now where you realize something has to be done and it has to start with us. What age did you realize that? Or was that, did you feel that growing up? Or?
Yeah, I always wanted to help people, and heal people. When I first went away to college, I tried to be a doctor for a couple of years because I thought that was the only way I could heal people. And then I realized that music can be medicine too. Music can be healing. But I always wanted to help people. It wasn't until I was about 21 when I realized the strength in my own voice, the strength in my own story, and being able to do that. So and then it's just been a learning process ever since then, because this music empowered me. I was a super shy kid, didn't believe in myself, didn't think I had much self-worth, but it was once I grabbed that microphone where I found my strength and I found my voice. And like I said, it drains my energy and it's a lot of work, but I hope one day my kids and my grandkids won't look at me and say, why didn't you do anything?
I don't know, for me, I got to that point later in life, like I went to college, and even when I just started college, I was just doing it because I had a scholarship to use. It was ready to run out. So that's why I went back to college, and then once I started getting in with the college groups and all that stuff, it finally hit me. I was 25, 26 years old. And, a lot of these kids, maybe, it's probably going to be the same way for them too. But, your performance today, that should... Because we didn't have anybody come around when I was growing up.
Same with me, man. I told the kids that in the workshop. I was like, even us coming in and what your school's doing and what this youth conference, Tom and all of them, it's a privilege, no one did that for me when I was my age. So, and same with you. It took me a while to figure it out, and I'm still figuring it out. Had to stumble, had to fail, had to hit some rock bottoms. So hopefully we can give them those tips and those shortcuts so they don't have to go through all that whole long process that we had to go through.
But I just want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it, and thank you for welcoming us into your community, man. It means a lot.
You did a lot for these kids today, we really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. Like I said, I see that as an investment in our futures. We're all in this together.
Gotta come back soon, though.
We will, man. We will. This is another home.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Cool, man.
As my freedom expand, just to watch it fall down as the tides roll in. I never seen a storm come without a wind, and so I don't know more at the plight of the poor. Cause educated warriors are vital to war, and we battling oppression. Got me stressing, wondering if I'll ever learn my lesson. Cause I can't let my people go, and I can't let my weakness show. Even when I'm hopeless and I'm pitiful, I keep going on that I'm aboriginal. I got this aboriginal soul, I got this aboriginal flow, I got this pain that I can't shake, ties to my people I can't break. Got this history in my blood, got my tribe that shows me love. Come on, let's ride, get it.